Hello guys and welcome to Doctor Who Series 9, Episodes 7 and 8 review. The Zygon invasion and the Zygon inversion. So, here's my review. I'm sorry it's late, I've been busy and doing other stuff in life. So, I have been busy, so that's why this is late. But I'm going to do this one and then straight after it I'm going to do the one for Sleep No More. Or I might do that next week with Face the Raven. I'll do it next week with Face the Raven, because as you know, we're doing them in 2 parts, because every story of this series is like a 2-part story, which this makes my reviews a lot easier for you guys. I'm not doing one every week. So, yeah. So first of all, right, the episode starts, and I was like, hang on a minute. I'm a bit confused here, like, what's going on? And then I was like, yes! Zygons! Come on, lads! And, you've got the Zygons, and you've got Osgood explaining everything, and then she's on about the Osgood box and stuff, and all of this stuff. Someone fell upstairs then, if you heard that, sorry. And there's just a load of stuff that's starting going wrong. The first one, you've got in the first part, the Zygon invasion, you've got everything, like you've got the first Doctor's painting on the wall, a few little Easter eggs like that. And it's just like, it's really good. I actually enjoyed the first part. Like, this is a decent I'd have preferred this to have been the series finale. I'd have preferred this to have been the 50th, right, with David Tennant, and I'd have preferred this to be David Tennant, Peter Capaldi, Matt Smith, and John Hurt with this story, rather than the 50th story. I think that'd have worked, but I had a lot more references in, which it were quite cool actually. So yeah, it was a better of a Zygon story than the 50th. It also followed on from the 50th, because at the start of the Zygon invasion, it says previously, and you've got these previously from the 50th. So I like the fact it kind of follows on from the 50th in a way, which it's like this 50th sequel. So you basically got another movie if you put them both together, like the Zygon invasion and the Zygon inversion. So overall, I give the first part, the Zygon invasion, a 9 out of 10, because it had a few flaws, but I'm not going to be picky. And now for the Zygon inversion. Now this was the second part, right? So I was absolutely confused at first. I was like, hang on, what's going on? Clara was inside that egg, what's going on? Hang on, she's walking around the little flat now. Wait, did that not happen? What happened? And then I liked the little nod to what reminded me of the God complex, because she's basically trapped inside her own mind, and you undo the curtains, there's a brick wall. Open the door, there's a brick wall. Like the God complex, when it had no windows and stuff, and it was a bit confusing, which but I really liked that, because it kind of just nodded back to an older episode, Matt Smith and stuff. And the Clara Zygon shock twist, like, oh wow, you're finding out that Clara isn't Clara, she's been a Zygon for like the most of the first part, and she's become Bonnie. Like, Peter Capaldi reckons that Bonnie should have a spin-off series. I wouldn't want Bonnie to have her own spin-off series, but I wouldn't mind if, like, what I would like is if Bonnie and Osgood were the main heroes in Class, which is the new Doctor Who spin-off that's starting, which I cannot wait for. Then you've got the Doctor possibly being killed in a plane crash, which is a bit... hang on a minute. Although there was a bit of controversy around that because of all the recent stuff that's happened in the news lately. There was a few people like, hang on a minute, are they allowed to wear that sort of stuff? So there was a lot of controversy around those scenes. But the Doctor survived, and so did Osgood, which was all good. And I think that Osgood's alive and that the Zygon died. I think it was the Zygon that died. Oh, the Doctor's browser history joke. That was really funny. I pissed myself laughing at that. Then obviously you got the first Doctor's painting, and then behind that there's a safe that Bonnie goes into and gets a computer out, and it kind of suggests that the first Doctor is the key to everything, kind of, which is really it. And then you got your Osgood box, and it looks a lot like the moment, so I think they've used that design to base it on that. And then Bonnie is just like Clara. Jenna Coleman playing Bonnie was just badass. Like, she just played Bonnie so well. And then went to playing Clara, and it was all like, she's done me proud, yeah. But like I said, it was overall it is a better Zygon story than the 50th. Obviously, it follows on from the 50th. There was like a little creature that one of the Zygons has, and it looks like a cyber mat. So I've decided to call it a Zygon mat because that's what it looks like. And then you got Clara being captured. Like, wow, why? No, that ain't fair. Oh, and then the Doctor starts with the box. When they get the Osgood boxes, he starts making like mocking an American game show, and he's just like, "Okay, it's not a game. It's not a game. No, this is serious." And it was really funny actually. And then the Doctor's speech, the reason why he stops the monsters, is one of the best speeches I've ever seen a Doctor Who character do. Like, he did that speech so well, and it was just overall the Zygon story I'd probably give a 20 out of 20 because it was just fantastic. I loved it. Definitely one of my favourite stories of the series. But now I'm kind of leaning towards. I love the episode Sleep No More as well. I love the way that was done, because it was kind of like a found footage type of episode, which was really cool, and then it has like shock twists and stuff, which is what you want from Doctor Who, and it wasn't that scary, but it could have been. And really, I think they aired that episode in the wrong order. I think they should have done the Zygons episode after this one, and then the Zygons leading to the finale. The next episode, Face the Raven, does look a bit weird, to be honest. I'm not too sure what it's about. Might have to go watch another trailer to do with it, but yeah. Although the sets that they've used for, I think it's like Elizabethan with Elizabeth I, it looks a lot like the sets they used from the Witches, not the Witches Familiar. Is it the Witches Familiar? The episode with David Tennant and the Witches. It was like that, yeah. I want the Witches Familiar, that was episode 2. Done with the Witches, the Shakespeare one. It looks like that. Just comment below what it's called because I cannot remember. It was in season 3 with Martha. But it looks like those sets that they've used. But anyway, thanks for watching. I've been the Doc 11th, and I'll see you next week with a review of Face the Raven and Sleep No More and Face the Raven. Bye for now, guys. Bye.